Tuna fishing is a highly technical and specialized activity. Tuna live in deep seas, so fishing is usually done on specialized fishing boats. One of the most common methods is pole and line fishing, in which the boat drops bait into the deep water where the tuna live and uses a long fishing rod to pull the fish up. In addition, people also use fishing nets, especially nets that can catch tuna when they move in schools. These nets are dropped into the sea from large fishing boats and then pulled up when a certain number of tuna have been caught. This process requires careful preparation and constant monitoring to ensure efficiency and avoid damaging marine resources. In addition to traditional methods such as line and net fishing, technology also plays an important role in tuna fishing. One of the modern methods is to use the Global Positioning System, GPS, combined with satellite tracking devices to accurately determine the location and movement of tuna. Fishing boats can find areas with high tuna density, helping to increase the success rate of each trip. In addition, some boats also use sensors to detect schools of fish under the water, making it easier to lower the net at the right time. However, tuna fishing also faces many challenges, especially the issue of protecting marine resources. Due to the high demand for tuna, many areas are overexploited, leading to a serious decline in fish numbers. To address this problem, international organizations and countries with tuna fishing areas have introduced protection measures, such as regulations on fishing quotas, fishing seasons, and sustainability standards to protect tuna and other aquatic species. Compliance with these regulations not only helps maintain the sustainable development of the fishing industry but also protects the marine ecosystem for future generations. In order to increase the efficiency and sustainability of tuna fishing, fishermen and scientists have also researched and applied environmentally friendly fishing methods. One of the initiatives is to use nets that do not harm other fish species, while minimizing the capture of small, sub-commercial sized tuna. Modern nets are also designed to allow tuna to escape if they are not the target of the fisherman, helping to minimize ecological imbalance. In addition, technology has also been applied to minimize the impact of tuna fishing on the marine environment. Some vessels now use intelligent control systems, which help monitor the fishing process and ensure that the allowed quota is not exceeded. This not only helps protect marine resources but also improves economic efficiency for fishermen. Another trend is the aquaculture of tuna, which helps reduce pressure on wild stocks and meet the growing global demand for tuna. However, the adoption of sustainable fishing methods still faces many challenges, such as high initial investment costs and a lack of uniformity in international regulations. Therefore, cooperation between countries, fishermen and conservation organizations is extremely important to protect and maintain tuna resources for future generations in addition to efforts to protect the environment and maintain tuna resources. Education and public awareness raising also play an important role in developing a sustainable fishing industry. Marine conservation organizations, Fisheries management agencies and research groups regularly organize propaganda campaigns to help fishermen and communities better understand the importance of rational fishing and complying with regulations on protecting marine resources. At the same time, measures such as product traceability also help consumers choose sustainably caught tuna products, thereby promoting responsible consumption markets. Furthermore, combining conservation strategies with advanced technologies will create a solid foundation for the tuna fishing industry to thrive without depleting marine resources. The use of technologies to accurately track and forecast tuna movements helps fishermen reduce fishing time and costs, while protecting valuable tuna stocks. In particular, research into ways to reduce the risk of bycatch of other fish species, such as sharks or sea turtles, is also an important step in reducing negative impacts on the ecosystem. Finally, international cooperation in the management and protection of tuna is increasingly urgent as tuna stocks move through the waters of many countries. Establishing international marine reserves and implementing reasonable fishing measures will help ensure that tuna resources are protected not only at the national level but also globally, contributing to the maintenance of ocean biodiversity and sustainable economic development for fishing communities. In addition to efforts to protect resources and develop sustainably, improving management policies and monitoring of the tuna fishing industry is also important. Countries need to coordinate closely to apply consistent and reasonable regulations to control fishing activities. Avoid overfishing and overexploitation. International organizations, such as the Western Pacific Fisheries Management Commission, WCPFC, and the International Commission for the Conservation of Atlantic Tunas, ICCAT, play an important role in setting standards for quotas, seasons and fishing methods to protect tuna and other marine species. A key element in protecting marine resources is the application of science and technology in tuna research and management. Biological and genetic studies help to accurately identify tuna populations and the areas they inhabit, thereby developing appropriate fishing strategies. At the same time, the application of vessel tracking technology and online reporting systems increases transparency in fishing activities, prevents violations of regulations and encourages fishermen to comply with sustainable regulations. In addition, eco-fishing initiatives are increasingly being implemented, helping to minimize the impact on other species in the marine ecosystem. The development of tuna farming models in artificial environments, farmed tuna, also helps reduce pressure on wild tuna stocks, providing a stable and sustainable supply to the market without depleting marine resources. However, the issue of developing a sustainable tuna fishing industry still faces many challenges. Therefore, global cooperation and commitment from stakeholders, including governments, fishermen, environmental protection organizations and scientists, are very important in ensuring that the tuna fishing industry can develop strongly while still preserving the biodiversity of the ocean and protecting marine resources for future generations. To maintain and develop a sustainable tuna fishing industry, measures to support fishermen in the transition to environmentally friendly fishing methods are also necessary. Governments and international organizations can provide fishermen with access to preferential loans, subsidies or training to help them adopt new technologies, such as fishing gear that does not harm other species or fishing techniques that are less harmful to the ecosystem. At the same time, supporting fishermen in finding additional sources of income is also important to reduce pressure on marine resources. One of the major challenges in protecting tuna is climate change. Which affects ocean temperatures and currents, which in turn affect the distribution and migration of tuna. Research and forecasts on the impacts of climate change will help management agencies adjust appropriate fishing and conservation strategies. In addition, monitoring and tracking of marine ecological conditions also need to be carried out regularly to make timely adjustments when necessary. In addition, educating the community, especially consumers, is also an important part of protecting tuna. Consumers can contribute to sustainable development by choosing snakehead fish products that are proven to be sustainably caught, such as MSC, Marine Stewardship Council, certified or organic certified. These options not only provide a market for sustainable tilapia products, but also provide incentives for fishermen and processing companies to implement environmentally friendly fishing and production methods. In short, the development of the snakehead fishery certainly requires close coordination between the government, fishermen, environmental protection organizations and the consumer community. Although there are many formulas, if all forces work together, the fishing industry will certainly be able to maintain stable development and protect valuable resources. For the following systems, an indispensable factor in ensuring the sustainability of tuna fisheries is the development of policies and regulations that are appropriate to the characteristics of each fishing area. Countries need to coordinate the development and implementation of transnational policies to reduce poaching and quota violations. This requires transparency in monitoring tuna fishing activities, along with the use of modern technologies such as vessel monitoring systems, VMS, and satellite tracking devices, which help determine the location and itinerary of fishing vessels, thereby preventing illegal fishing. In addition, the creation of marine reserves or no-take areas during the tuna spawning season is also important. These areas help protect tuna populations during the spawning period, while ensuring sustainable resources in the future. For fishermen, they need to be educated to understand the importance of protecting these waters and the long-term benefits of adopting conservation measures. A notable trend in the tuna fishing industry today is the development of cooperative models between fishermen and processing companies. These models help create a transparent and sustainable tuna supply chain from the sea to the consumer. This not only improves the income of fishermen but also ensures that tuna is harvested and processed according to sustainable standards. Tuna processing companies can support fishermen in adopting environmentally friendly fishing methods and provide certified sustainable products to meet market demand. In addition, community participation in protecting marine resources and wildlife is also important. Campaigns to raise awareness about the impact of consuming unsustainably caught tuna can help raise consumer awareness and change consumption habits towards sustainability. This contributes to promoting a blue economy, protecting the ocean and marine ecosystems. and maintaining tuna resources for future generations. In short, the sustainable development of the tuna fishing industry not only relies on effective management and conservation measures, but also requires the cooperation of stakeholders from fishermen, governments, businesses to consumers. Only when everyone works together for a common goal can the tuna fishing industry maintain long-term development and protect valuable marine resources. Tuna fishing is often carried out by many different methods, depending on the sea area and fishing conditions. One of the common ways is to use trawling, in which large fishing vessels will drop nets into the sea in areas with high tuna density. These nets can be pulled up when tuna are caught. Another method is tuna fishing, which uses long fishing rods with attractive bait to attract the fish. When the tuna bite, the fisherman will pull them up by hand or by machine. In addition, some fishermen also use baiting to attract tuna into the fishing area, depending on the technology and techniques used. Tuna fishing can be highly effective but also requires sustainable management to protect marine resources. Tuna fishing is mainly done by fishing lines, nets and purse seines. One of the most common methods is fishing nets, in which fishing boats will drop nets into the sea in areas where tuna are frequented. These nets are designed to catch tuna when they swim into the net and get caught. In addition, fishermen also use specialized fishing rods with bait to catch tuna. When the tuna bite the bait, the fisherman will pull them up by hand or by machine. Purse seining is also used to catch tuna in schools. Fishing boats will drop a seine around the school of tuna and slowly pull them back, catching a large number of fish at once. However, tuna fishing requires strict management to avoid overfishing and protect marine resources in addition to traditional methods such as hooks and nets. Modern technology also plays an important role in efficient and sustainable tuna fishing. One of the advanced methods is the use of global positioning systems, GPS, and satellite tracking devices. Which help to accurately determine the location of tuna and optimize fishing routes. Fishing vessels can identify areas with high tuna densities and approach them quickly, reducing time and costs. In addition, some vessels also use sonar equipment to detect schools of tuna on the seabed, helping to accurately determine the location and avoid catching other fish that are not the target. Although technology helps increase fishing efficiency, it also puts great pressure on tuna resources, especially when there is no proper management. To ensure sustainability, countries and international organizations have established regulations on fishing quotas, seasons and fishing methods to prevent overfishing. At the same time, studies on the ecology and migration behavior of tuna also play an important role in helping fishermen choose the right times and areas to fish, protect tuna populations and maintain the stability of the marine ecosystem, in addition to management and technology measures. The application of environmentally friendly fishing methods is also an important factor in the tuna fishing industry. One of these methods is the use of nets with appropriate mesh sizes, which helps prevent the capture of immature tuna, while limiting the capture of other fish species such as sharks or sea turtles. Fishermen can also apply ecological fishing methods, such as using natural baits instead of chemical baits, which helps reduce negative impacts on the marine ecosystem. In particular, in recent years, the trend of raising tuna in a controlled environment,